Share. Share via email post to your profile report story. Is that all you got? Toga struggles to stand up from Uraraka's attack. If you want me to stop, you'll have to kill me, Ochako. She made a painful smile as she slowly approached the bleeding Uraraka. I'm losing blood, Uravati thought. I need to stop her before I pass out. The villain then stumbles down to the ground. The prior attack messed up Toga's balance. Toga, you don't have to do this. Ochako pleaded as both adversaries attempt to stand up. You're right, I don't have to. But I want to. I won't stop until you're dead. The villain gave her a menacing stare as she managed to stand up. Uravati also managed to stand, but her vision started to blur. She struggles to keep her balance as she say to herself, pull yourself together, Ochako. Toga started to sprint towards the hero, preparing to stab her. What should I do? Ochako asked herself, but before she knew, the dagger pierced her left shoulder. Come on, Ochako, bear it, you can do this. She held Toga's wrist with her left hand before she withdrew the dagger, holding her arm in place. She released a right uppercut that temporarily disabled her senses, knocking her back away from her. So eager to stop me. How exciting, she smiled, wiping off her blood. It's only a matter of time before you'll pass out. I'll just wait for that sweet moment. She's right, I'm losing my balance, Uraraka thought. Ochako's injuries started to take its toll on her. I can't see her clearly. What am I going to do? Deku. How I wish Izuku's here to see you now, Ochako. The villain smirked at the injured hero. She walked slowly at her. Where's your hero now? She screamed. AP shot. A voice yelled, releasing a precede explosion, hitting Toga on the shoulder, causing her to stumble backwards. Bakugo, Ochako uttered before passing out. I overheard. The nerd's not here right now, but I'll fill in for him, he uttered, giving a menacing smile. He was with Iida, Kirishima and Shiro. Four Eyes, hurry up and get round cheeks. Bakugo ordered. I'm on it. Iida complied as he picks up Ochako. She's bleeding, I'm going to take her to the emergency room, he uttered, activating his engines at full power. Capture Toga. Don't tell me what to do. We should try to capture her together, Shiro suggested. Forget it. I've been itching for a fight for months. Come on, Bakugo. You can't act like that, Kirishima yelled, obviously irritated. Party poopers, she muttered, trying to recover from the previous blow and prepares to get away. Where are you going, you bastard? Bakugo yelled as he propels himself in the air. AP machine gun, he yelled. What? No fair, she shouted before the numerous explosions caught up to her. However, it failed to knock her unconscious. Not fair. I wasn't prepared, she declared before standing again. Guess I'll have to kill you too. Do your best, he mocked before charging towards her. You're always the impatient one, Bakugo, she nodded her head as she proceeds to throw a dagger at him. Promoted stories. You'll also like Hikari. Open hollow corner bracket volume 2 Omake's close hollow corner bracket. 4.3K 141. Blank, underscore, blank, and quat. This is the story of how we all became the greatest heroes. End quat. Blank, underscore, blank. Firestorm. My Hero Academia X Reader. 82.4K 2.1K. This is my first My Hero Academia book. In a world where everyone has this unique power called a quirk, there is one problem child with an powerful quirk but also a famil. I remember you, izuocha. 61K920. Unfortunate timing leads to Deku moving to America on his own, much like All Might. When he returns, Class 1A gives him death glares. Was it because of Ochako? The kind villain. 21.4K 666. Villain Deku fanfiction. Izuku Midoriya, a quirkless child no more than 9 years old, has always admired heroes. especially his idol, All Might. Though, one thing he had me. Anti-hero. 26.2K 927. Yaoyorozu Momo, Bakugo Katsuki and Todoroki Shoto are top students and unlikely friends from UA Academy, a school in an alternate Japan that has 80% of its entire populace. Devotion rightwards two-headed arrow Katsuki Bakugo X Reader. 1.5M 46.2K. YN as a new student at UA High. She moved away with her dad a few years ago after her mom disappeared. While she lived here, her two friends Izuku Midoriya and Katsuki. Villains and Heroes MHA Fanfic. 26.4K 804. Izuku was a small kid with the ability to take others' quirks and use them for himself or give them to others. But a tragedy strikes and destroys his life and the only pay. What the hell was that? He mocked looking back at the dagger, not noticing Toga charging at him. Game over Bakugo, she exclaimed, but before the dagger made contact with Bakugo, Zero managed to pull her arm out of the way. What? Cheaters. Sleep well, villain. Howitzer blast. The explosion knocked her unconscious as she was launched forward. Damn Bakugo, I barely did something, Kirishima said, trying to catch his breath. Barely. You didn't do a thing. He laughed menacingly at his friend. Besides, I just dealt the finishing move. Round cheeks managed to injure her. I'll tape up the villain and make sure she doesn't do anything stupid, Zero suggested. Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. We're almost there, Ochako, hang in there. Iida exclaimed as he carried Uraraka to the emergency room. Dot 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 dot. Next day, young Uraraka, she's awake, everyone. All Might announced. I'm glad you're okay. All Might, how did you? What happened? Where's Toga? She asked, trying to remember what the events from yesterday. Young Bakugo and the others managed to capture her before we even arrived here, he explained. She's in custody now with multiple pro heroes escorting her. Ochako, Mina called as she and the others enter the hospital room. I'm glad you're okay. She tears up for her friend. You had us worried there, Ochako, Yao Momo uttered with concern. Uraraka smiled at her friend's concern. She looks at Bakugo, who was just silent. Iida, Bakugo, thanks for saving me, she smiled. It's our duty, Uraraka, you don't need to thank us. Iida chops the air into oblivion. Just be careful next time, round cheeks, Bakugo uttered before looking away from her. The brunette smiled at Bakugo's remark. Suddenly another figure entered the room. It was Aizawa and Principal Nezu. Are you class all right? Aizawa asked. Anyone else injured? No, sir, Iida declared. However, we did not anticipate such incident to happen, Mr. Aizawa. Mr. Aizawa, Sue called, how did Toga manage to escape prison? Ribbit, yeah, and how the hell did she manage to turn into Midoriya? Kirishima asked while trying his best to contain his irritation. Calm down, Kirishima, Aizawa uttered. Toga killed a doctor from the hospital where Midoriya is confined, and basically took his blood. What? Did she do something to Midoriya? Iida asked, clenching his fists. Midoriya is fine. As far as we know, her motive was to kill Uraraka, although her reasoning behind it is unknown. The class sighed in relief knowing their friend was okay. Young Uraraka, did Toga tell you why she spared young Midoriya and wanted to kill you? All Might asked, looking very concerned for the class. Maybe you are his weakness. If I kill you, it'll kill him more. Isn't that romantic? Toga's motive haunted Uraraka since their encounter last night. She felt her chest hurt the more she thought about it. She wanted to kill me so she can settle a score, she said, withholding the real reason why Toga went mad. I see. It's a good thing you managed to hold your own long enough before your classmates arrive, All Might smiled at the heroine. Still, you'll need time to recover from your injuries, Aizawa recommended. So does that mean we're back on our vacation now? Mina asked. No. You're all going back to UA. What? Blank, underscore, blank, underscore, blank. Author's note. I managed to stretch the story to 30 chapters. I don't know if I should be proud or apologize to you guys. Still, you guys are awesome from taking the time to read this story. I have more in store. Thanks for the support. If you have any feedbacks or suggestions, please don't be shy to tell me. I want to be able to know what you think of the story so far.